Tonight in Colleton County, where the prosecution rested its case in the double murder trial of Alex Murdaugh.
We do have live team coverage for you now outside the Colleton County Courthouse as the fourth week of the trial ended just about an hour and 20 minutes ago.
We begin with our Kaylin Hagwood, who joins us now live with a rundown of what happened in the court today. Kaylin.
Darcy, JR, good evening. A big day here in the Colleton County Courthouse. As you mentioned, prosecutors resting their case and with some big testimony from one witness in particular who shared really what was a detailed account of what he says happened the night of the killings. Special Agent Peter Radowski testified that Murdaugh was driving upwards of 80 miles per hour at times after the killings allegedly took place. He says Alex slowed down near the area where his wife Maggie's phone was allegedly tossed on the side of the road before speeding up and going to his mom's house at Alameda that night.
Was the defendant's top speeds on both the trip to and from Alameda in excess of any max speed in his trips previous in the day?
That'd be correct.
Well, prosecutors questioned the 911 call Murdaugh made after their deaths, suggesting he could not have checked the bodies of his wife and son in just 20 seconds of arriving to the scene. But defense attorneys questioned the speed, the evidence collection process, and even the timeline of when the two were killed, calling the Colleton County coroner to the stand as their first witness to testify about his process creating the death certificate.
Concluded on your death certificate 9 o'clock.
That's strictly an estimation.
That's a guess.
It's a guess.
Okay, could have been 8:30.
Could have been 8:30.
Could have been 10 o'clock.
There are no witnesses there to tell me exactly what time this happened.
Do you carry a record thermometer to do that?
Well, jurors also heard from a law enforcement media specialist. Defense attorneys say officers told news outlets there wasn't a public concern after the killings. Now, defense, they are believing that this was said because they already thought Murdaugh was the killer. Meanwhile, prosecutors say that investigators only came to that conclusion after a thorough investigation. Reporting live here in Colleton County, I'm Kaylin Hagwood.
Kaylin, thank you so much. As you just heard from Kaylin, prosecutors, rested their case in the courtroom today. The state presented 61 witnesses over 17 days of testimony. Now, during that time, prosecutors introduced more than 550 pieces of evidence. They ended their arguments with a timeline of everything that happened with Alec, Maggie, and Paul's cell phones in the hours leading up and to following their deaths. And when the trial starts again on Tuesday, there are still more than 140 potential witnesses who could take the stand as the defense lays out their case.